Hi, I'm Mary Greensmith, and I want to talk to you this morning a little bit about miasms, about your inherited susceptibilities, about the cause of your symptoms being something that you've inherited, and what a homeopath is looking for. So when you go and see a homeopath, they will ask you about your family medical history, first of all. And what they're looking for are repeated patterns from diseases coming through in what you are displaying now. So that might be shown in the way that you talk, it might be shown in the type of symptoms that you have, and it might be shown actually word for word exactly a rebirth, if you like, of an old disease in a different way. And if you think about the new diseases of today, things like AIDS and cancer, they really, a lot of them have a lot of the symptoms of the old diseases that we don't see anymore. Almost as if they're a changed form of the old disease. And that's what we can see with you and what you've inherited. So, for instance, anybody coming to me with real big sensitivities, perhaps with asthma or eczema, with skin allergies or food allergies, I will immediately look and see if there's any links back to tuberculosis. There might have been tuberculosis in the family perhaps 2-3 generations ago, and you've inherited that weakness of the chest, that weakness, that susceptibility that makes you much more sensitive to the environment in today's world. So with that, we might be looking then at giving you a related remedy that is based on that disease 2 or 3 generations ago, that helps you build your strength and make you less susceptible now. So the tuberculinum is a really good example. Obviously with cancer, we can see if it's in the family, we can see if there's a lot of cancer in the family, but also from the way that you talk and the emotions that you have and the way that you have a relationship with certain members of the family can show us that you have a cancer miasm somewhere in your background has left you with a susceptibility for this. So we can then treat with certain remedies to help this. And it's not always the nosode, it's not always the carcinosin or the tuberculinum. It might be a homeopathic remedy such as phosphorus that has a lot of that miasm in its picture. So the homeopath is looking for all of these signs and symptoms, looking to see what you have been born with, because unless we can build up that strength and lessen that susceptibility, your other remedies might not be working quite so well. I hope that makes some sense and gives you a brief introduction to why we're asking the questions that we ask and what we're using the information for to find the remedies that might help you. Now, miasms is a huge topic, and let me just tell you that homeopaths, when they're training, spend well over a year just learning about 3 or 4 of the miasms. So it's really in depth, and that's why it's not really something that you can be looking at yourself, although it always helps to understand what you're doing. And the more that you can understand about homeopathy and how it's working and how we're looking at treating the different levels of health all the way up to the symptoms that you've got now, everything is useful. We've got more about this on a live video in the group Homeopathy at Home on Friday, so have a look at that, or my Facebook page if you want to find out more about that and join in for that. Hope this is useful. Speak to you soon.